In 2015, the world came together to take a radical decision that has taken effect over the world to make decisions around the world in the lives of young people, women, older people, men, and anybody in the world. Today on the Change Maker's Voice, we are interviewing a young person, but before he comes in, let's go and watch and listen to this quote. When we come back, we'll tell you more. You're warmly welcome back. I'm sure you got inspired and motivated by the quote you just read. This is the Change Makers Voice Show with me and your Denchi on and your Online TV. And as we do always, we go to communities, go to where people are doing something inspiring. It might be something little, but so long as people are motivated to impact lives in their little way, we go to them to motivate them, to let them keep going. As I said earlier, the world came together to take a strategic decision to govern the world in terms of bringing out 17 goals that brought out the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And today, we have come to a community in the heart of Accra, that is Korle Gonno, to interview a young man who is working towards the SDG Goal 4, that is quality education, in where he finds himself. Let's find out what he does, who he is, and we'll come back with more.
This is Daniel Yeboah, a 29-year-old graphic designer and an interior decorator who resides in Korle Gonno, a populous city in the heart of Accra. Daniel has an enormous passion of helping young people climb the success ladder as far as education is concerned. He has an ambition of setting up a school in the near future to give back to the community by providing opportunity to children to actualize their dreams in becoming whatever they want to be. He is currently the founder of Anointed Prestigious Evening Classes, an initiative he started in 2010 to help children with their learning. Daniel is having an electrifying impact on children living in Korle Gonno and is hoping to extend that feat to other communities.
You're warmly welcome back to the Change Makers World Show with me and your Denchi right here on and your Online TV. This is a mission, as I said earlier, we're embarking on to move to communities, move to society where young people, not just young people, but anybody are doing something inspiring and impacting into lives in this world that we live in. I'm sure you know who our guest is. This is Daniel Yeboah, the forerunner or the founder or the pioneer, as someone would say, of the anointed prestigious classes, as you are seeing behind me. Daniel, you're welcome to the Kingmaker Show. 1, 2, 3. Empower your world. So that's it. As we say always, when we say a Kingmaker's voice, we chant and say empower your world, because we are empowering our world, we are impacting lives through the little things we do that we might not even think they are something big or ambiguous, but that's what we do. Before we zoom into the cracks of the interview, I'd want you to watch a report that was filed about Daniel, about the classes that he is doing, and how this vision started. Don't go anywhere, we'll come back with more.
Korle Gonno, an indigenous Ga community located in the Greater Accra region, is approximately 4.2 kilometers from the central business district, with the main occupation being fishing and trading. Not much attention is given to education by the youth. Daniel Yeboah took it upon himself and started organizing spelling bees for children he met on the streets randomly. In 2010, he then moved to organizing classes for 12 pupils free of charge. With the numbers gradually increasing, a philanthropist noticed his efforts for the children in the community and gave him a space to start his evening classes.
When I started doing it, and I saw that some of the children, anytime passing by, the children will be having their own spelling competition, so that they will learn towards it for the next academic. So I saw that this is what is helping the children if you bring this idea. So when I was doing then, I tend to let me use board a day to encourage them to learn the spelling so that we'll prepare for the final day. So when I was doing then, I think some certain woman saw what I was doing. Then told me that what you are doing, I've not seen such boys like you doing this program, this education program with children in Korle Gonno. So why can't you come to my place and have a look at there if it will favor you to organize classes.
In his service to humanity and the community, he has been able to tutor some pupils into qualifying and participating in the junior speller competition.
I took whatever he said and it really helped me, and now I'm a teacher who teaches in Joanne's Academy. I teach in Joanne's Academy. So I don't feel shy or I don't feel any way. I just feel it's a very great privilege to teach in my alma mater, because they can also use me as an example.
He has done so many things to help the children in this community. Me, for instance, I used to be in my school, people say I'm overconfident, I'm this, I'm that. And then people used to tell me I'm good in mathematics, I'm not good in English. But one day I was here and then he was like, we are going for GNTV junior quiz. Who is going? Then I raised up my hand and then they were all mocking. Do you think you can spell? Then he was like, you don't look down upon people. When I went, I was able to do well.
Benedict Lai, a pupil of anointed evening classes, emerged the best reader at the National Reading Festival for Greater Accra Region. This is one of the achievements of his service.
I became very happy when I won the quiz, because people in Korle Gonno thought that children in Korle Gonno do not like reading their books and learning. But when I won, anointed evening classes became famous and parents started bringing their children to these studies.
So is it adjective describes what? Now or what? Oh, now.
Felicia Yelegaba, who assisted Daniel Yeboah to acquire a more spacious house to continue organizing classes for these children, had this to say.
When the young man came to me that he needed a space for teaching, I readily helped him because it was a good initiative he was pursuing.
Even though Daniel says he has achieved a lot of positive outcomes, the path to his success has never been smooth.
During rain season, we don't normally have classes and it affects children much. The number we have here is many. We are lagging chairs, board and infrastructure. Moreover, the children here, you could see that the number is huge. If anyone at all will try to even bless us with a location, a place where we can organize this, because my vision is huge. I wish by now we are having school and helping the community.
A parent whose wards once benefited from anointed evening classes spoke to JBC News.
My children benefited from the classes. As I speak, one is in Legon while the other is in the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. We are testifying on what anointed evening classes has done for us, and if any parent at all brings his or her ward, I can attest they would see the benefits and importance.
Currently, Daniel Yeboah takes an amount of 3 cedis per family to provide stationery for the students. It is his dream to get some support from the government or philanthropists to help more children in the country.
I'm appealing to individuals, anyone at all who can help us to continue what we are doing so that it will become successful, because it wasn't easy for me to do it alone. So I need their help, their support. Anyone at all, a land for me to establish school, I will be grateful.
That is the key to success. If you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. You go more, you go better.
You're warmly welcome back to the Changemakers Voice Show with me and your Pondichi, and I'm sure you now know the full details of the classes Daniel Yeboah started within his community, that is the Korle Gonno community, where he gathers young people to teach them and also to impact into their lives. A lot of them, as he was telling me off camera, are in the university, others are in secondary schools, and others are also doing their best within where they find themselves. Daniel, once again, you're welcome to the Changemakers Show. Before we zoom into the cracks of the interview, we want to know a bit about you, although my viewers have seen a little about you and what you do and all that, but I want to hear from you, as they say, from the horse's own mouth. So, who is Daniel? What do you do? And a bit that it might help us to know you better.